Hi, lovely teachers. I wanted to offer some yoga for you, for your body, to help feel better, to open up, maybe to relieve some tension, and just overall to feel good. No yoga experience is necessary. I'm going to give you options. Don't worry, what do you need? A yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, being on a rug is great. You can even use a bath towel if that's nice. I wouldn't be on a wood floor because it doesn't feel nice on the knees or the body, but yeah, something to sit on, and maybe have some water handy. Let's get started by sitting up nice and tall and sit comfortably. Crisscross applesauce isn't comfortable for everybody, so this is more comfortable for you, or being on your knees. Comfort is the key thing, and your body knows better what that feels like. Sit up nice and tall. Place your shoulder blades back on your back where they belong, and keep that tall posture. If it feels nice, maybe close your eyes. We're going to do some breathing. Take just for not even a minute. Just set the tone for today. Take a full breath into your body. Slowly exhale it out till all that stale air gets out. Nice long breaths in. Longer exhale out. Fill up again. Take a big breath in. Exhale nice and slowly. Slow down your breath if you can. Breathe in again. Exhale all the way. Keep that tall posture. Notice if you start to round forward. Breathe in. And best you can, put all outside thoughts out of your head. No thinking about your to-do lists. Just focusing on the sound of your breath or my voice. One more, just like we've been doing. Big breath in. Slow exhale out. When you're ready, feel free to open your eyes to peek. We're going to take our right hand over the left ear and just make some space in the neck. If you happen to be on the other side, don't worry. Thinking about left and right might be just unnecessary right now. Let's keep that tall posture and just let the gentle weight of your hand start to make some space here while the shoulder reaches down in the other direction. Breathe in and out. Again. Keeping that tall posture. I know how hard it is to sit up tall. Take one more breath here. Exhale fully and release that hand. And let's get the other side. Right? Same thing. Just let the weight of your hand start to make some space here. So my right shoulder is really reaching in the other direction. Breathe. Notice the difference from side to side. And let that go. Breathing in and out. Make some space in the neck. Take one more breath here. Exhale all the way and release. Let's bring our chins in towards our chest. Lengthen the back of your neck. Keep that tall posture. Now I'm going to give you a choice here. Maybe staying here is perfect, but maybe rolling ear to shoulder through the front only might be nicer. Check it out and see. Only rolling through the front slowly. But if you find a spot that suddenly goes, ooh, I need to pause there and lengthen it, then pause. Otherwise, keep rolling ear to shoulder, nice and slow. We'll do one more for each side. If you're rolling, if you're keeping your chin tucked in, Don't worry, we're gonna meet you right now in the center. Inhale, lift up the head. Let's give our shoulders some rolls backwards. Scrunch them up to your ears. Make these like really mindful and purposeful rolls that feel good in your body. One more, and then let's come forward. One more. And then scrunch your shoulders up to your ears. Make your neck disappear and release. Do that one more time. Crunch them up and release. Pause for a moment and imagine that we just put a brick on each shoulder so that your shoulders are weighing down, feeling heavy, but the crown of your head is rising up. Placing your shoulder blades back on your back where they belong. Take your right arm out to the side. Left arm comes up and over the ear. Feel that great stretch up your side, but try not to let your bottom pop up or your hip, right? So I'm gonna move over just a little bit. We're gonna get long through the fingertips. And then once you're here, if it feels right, maybe open up a tiny bit more towards the ceiling. So that might be just reaching your nose or your gaze. And if it's too much, back off, that's okay. There's just amazingness in the side bend alone. After your next exhale, inhale and come on up, and we'll go over to the other side. Same thing, so get really long through your fingertips, and your choice to stay here or maybe open up a tiny bit more towards the ceiling. Only if that's available to you on this side. Breathe in and out. One more. Exhale all the way. Breathe in and come on up. We're gonna go back to the other side, but I'm gonna change it a little bit. So first, let's take a big side bend to the right. Now, this time, once you get long through your fingertips, I want you to bring that arm forward so that it can come back behind you. I'm gonna show you that again. Right, so I'm reaching out and then turning it so it goes behind my back. It doesn't have to come around. I have really long arms, but I want you to open up here. So it might feel a little awkward or it might feel so delightful. Even if it feels awkward, it's gonna feel really good once we get out of it. So we're opening that front shoulder. Don't let that left hip pop up. Take another breath in. Exhale all the way and then gently bring that arm back over. Inhaling, come on up, and we'll do it on the other side. So getting long through the fingertips, opening up a little bit. We're gonna bring that arm forward so that we could bring it back behind us. One more time, right? Forward and behind, and then open up a little bit more here, whatever your comfort level is. Ooh, it's my tighter shoulder. Breathe. Send your breath to the places in your body that are feeling it. Ooh, smiling's hard on this side. Take one more breath. Exhale all the way. And then gently bring that arm back over and come on up. Okay, from here, let's find our tall posture again. Breathe and reach your arms up. As we exhale, we're gonna turn and twist to the right. So we're gonna pause here and hold this for a little bit, and then we'll move with our breath. So I'm taking my right hand back behind me, and my left hand is to the outside of my right knee. This helps me to breathe in and sit up tall. And as I exhale, I wanna twist over that back shoulder. So with every breath in, get tall. Exhale, twist. Maybe it's another millimeter. Every millimeter counts. Breathe. Twists are great for our spine, massaging our organs, bringing out any ickies we have in our body. Take one more breath here. Breathe in, get tall. Exhale, twist a tiny bit deeper if you can. And then inhale, breathe in, arms up. As you breathe out, we're gonna go over to the left. And a reminder, if I'm on the right, you're on the left, that's okay. Get both sides. Breathe in, get tall. Exhale, twist. And again, notice the difference from side to side, how your body feels. Maybe one side needed it more, maybe one side appreciates it more, maybe both sides hate it. It's okay if it does, back off. One more breath, breathe in, get tall. Exhale, tiny bit deeper. And now we're gonna move with the breath. So inhale, lift your arms up, get tall. Exhale, twist, just for the exhale. Breathe and reach your arms up. Exhale, twist to the other side. We're gonna do this a few times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, deep twist here. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, twist. One more for each. Breathe in, arms up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, twist. Okay, one more. Inhale, the arms up. This time, interlace the fingers. Turn your palms towards the ceiling. Lift them up, but then lower your shoulder blades down, right? So my hands want to go this way, my shoulders want to go the other, so they have to agree somewhere in the middle. And once you find that sweet spot, breathe in. And let's take 3 circles. Try not to let your bottom pop up. And then after your third, inhale it up. Exhale, other direction. 3 big circles. And then inhale them up. Exhale, release them, bring them behind your back. Open up your heart and your chest. And imagine you're holding like a really heavy rock. So it's weighing your arms down. Open up your heart and your chest, look up, breathe in. As you breathe out, come forward, and if it feels okay on your shoulders, lift your hands up. If it doesn't feel right on your shoulders, don't worry, we're gonna open them up more. On your next breath in, come all the way back up to sit, release the fingers, shake them out, and then meet me in cactus arms or field goal arms. Lots of names for these. So I want my elbows even with my shoulders, then set them back. But notice if you start to do this, we don't want that. I tend to do that too. So field goal arms or cactus arms, we set them back without having to do that. Breathe. See if with every exhale, you can set them back a tiny bit more. But if we start to scrunch them, let's reset ourselves up. Take one more breath. Now, as you exhale, we want to take the right arm under the left or the left under the right, wherever you are, and pretzel twist them best they can. Now, these are what my arms look like. Everyone's arms look different in this pose. You might be able to really wrap around. You might be like this. It's all good as long as you have one in the other. And we move our hands. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. Away from our face. That's the important part, right? So you should suddenly feel when you move your hands away from your face, the back of your shoulder blades, thinking, why is Shari doing this to me? We're gonna open them up. So what I want you to do, we're gonna keep our hands away from our face. We're gonna inhale, lift them up as you arch your back. We're gonna exhale, draw them in towards our belly as we round our back. The whole time, keeping the hands moving away from our face so we can open up our upper back. It's gonna feel so good when we let go. I pinky swear promise. So inhale, lift them up. So think cow back here. Exhale, draw them in, rounding your back like a cat. And we've got eagle arms. So there's a lot of animals going on here. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, draw it in. Just one more before we get the other side. Inhale, lift it up. Make it a really good one. Exhale, draw it in. Don't let go. Come back to that even spot. Elbows even with the shoulders. Move your hands a millimeter further away for one big shoulder. Opening breath. Woo. And release them. And give your shoulders some rolls. And then come back to your cactus or field goal arms. Let's set them back again. Notice if it feels any different at all. It's okay if it doesn't. We still have to open up the other side. So I had my right under my left, so now I'm gonna do the opposite, left under the right. And the same thing. Yours might look very different. You may not be able to do this. That's okay. There's no prize for doing this. We just need to know that one is in the other, and we move our arms away from our face, right? So I'm gonna send my arms away, elbows in with the shoulders to start. Here we go. Inhale, lift them up as you arch your back. Exhale, round and draw them in. Moving with your breath. Inhale, lifting them up. Exhale, drawing them in. Inhale, lifting them up. And we're moving our hands away from our face, right? If we draw it in, we don't feel it as much, but then we may not be opening them as much as they need to. So keep your hands moving away from your face. Just a few more. Exhale. Two more for each. Breathe in. Exhale, last one, but don't let go at the end. Lift them up. Slowly draw it in. Let's come right back to that even place. Elbows even with the shoulders. Move your hands a tiny bit further away for one big breath. Ooh. Release your shoulders. Release your arms. Give your shoulders a roll. Whew. All right, come onto your hands and knees. If your knees need a little extra padding, that's okay. Do it. I actually have 2 yoga mats here because of knees. So we just want to make sure that they're hip width and our hips are over our knees, our shoulders are over our wrists. Cats and cows. So just notice if you're sinking in, we don't want to do that. We want to lift up, strong cows. Inhale as you arch your back and look up for cow pose. Exhale, round your back, push the floor for cat. And so we're going to move back and forth with our breath, mindfully breathing, nice and slow, moving with your own breath. So we inhale for cow, exhale for cat, inhale cow, exhale cat. Just a few more for each. Inhale cow, exhale cat. Let's do one more for each. One more cow, exhale cat. And then come to a neutral back, and we're gonna thread the needle. So I'm gonna keep my left hand on the ground. I'm gonna take my right hand and thread it through. So what I wanna do is I'm gonna bring my right shoulder down behind my left hand like this, okay? Now the top arm, it can stay right here and do nothing more. Or if you'd like to work on opening both at once, both shoulders, we could take that arm up to the sky, or we could take it up to the sky, then behind our backs. We want to square off our hips and relax our heads. And we're gonna hold this. So pause here. I'm gonna come into it again just to show you. Hands and knees. Right arm threads underneath and through. Right shoulder comes down by the left hand. And again, this left hand can just rest. It can come up to the sky, or it can go behind your back. This way we're opening the front of the left and the back of the right. Square off the hips, close your eyes, enjoy. Last breath. And feel free if you ever need an extra breath or two to just stay. If your hand's behind your back, gently reach it back up to the sky. If your hand's on the ground, don't worry, we're gonna meet you down there. We'll bring this hand, the left hand, down to the ground. That's the one we're gonna push into to come back up onto all fours. And then just check on your knees that they're still under your hips. And we'll go over to the other side now. So now I'm gonna thread my left arm through, bringing my left shoulder down behind the right hand. Top arm has the same choices. Your body might feel different on this side. So your top arm might rest. It could come up towards the ceiling, or it could then be placed behind your back, right? This is the deepest variation of this pose, so we can open both shoulders at once. But at any time, if your shoulders or any part of your body is not feeling the variation, we can always come out of it, right? Breathe, square off your hips. Just a few more breaths here. Now at the end of your next exhale, if your hand's behind your back, reach it up to the sky. If it's just at the sky or down on the floor, we're gonna meet you there now. Bring that hand down to the ground. Push into that hand to come back up onto all fours. All right, so back on our hands and knees. Knees are still under our hips, wrists under the shoulders. Let's take our right arm out in front of us. Left leg, opposite leg back behind us. So make sure they're opposites. What helps me hold this tricky pose? Flexing the back foot, drawing the belly in, pushing the floor away from me with this hand. So we don't want to collapse or sink. We want to actively hold it. Keep that foot flexed, belly in. Take one more breath here and release it down. Let's get the other side. Left arm out in front of you, right leg back. Belly draws in, flex the lifted foot, and push the floor away from you. Hold, breathe. Notice if one set of opposites was much more challenging than the other. Maybe they were both available, maybe they're both challenging. And release. All right, when you're ready, tuck the toes, lift up your knees, downward facing dog. Relax your head in your down dog. And just notice if the weight is even between your hands and your feet. Everybody's down dog looks different, right? Your heels do not need to come to the floor. You might be able to hold it a lot longer than expected, maybe not so long. Anytime you need to rest, you lower the knees and come into child's pose. Arms can be in front or along your sides. So let's all take a child's pose right now. You can relax your head. And again, try out the different arm variations. What feels best for you right now? Arms out front, passive arms. Maybe they're active arms, where just our fingertips are on the floor. Maybe they're wrapped around your body. When you're ready, slowly start to come back up onto your hands and knees. And one more time, we're gonna tuck the toes, lift up the knees, downward facing dog. Bend one knee at a time, lengthening the backs of our legs. So downward dog is a full body pose, every muscle being used. So again, notice the weight, is it even on your hands and your feet? Start to settle into your down dog. And then when you're ready, walk your hands to your feet and your feet to your hands to find yourself in a forward bend. Slowly start to roll up all the way to stand. And we're gonna warm up a little further. We're gonna do a sun breath. So we'll do it together. Start and find yourself in mountain pose, standing tall. Place your shoulder blades back on your back. First, take a big breath in your mountain pose. Breathe in, take your arms up to the sky. As you breathe out, take a forward bend over your legs. Breathe in, we're gonna come up halfway, somewhat of a flat back. And then as you breathe out, take another forward bend. Relax the head and neck. The next time we breathe in, we're gonna come all the way back up to stand. Arms can come out around and up or straight through the center. And then exhale, lower the arms. That's the whole sequence and movement. So let's do that 2 more times. Starting in mountain pose, breathing in, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Breathe in, come all the way back up to stand, arms up. Exhale, lowering the arms. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, come all the way back up to stand, arms up. Exhale, lower the arms. One more time. I know I said 2, but I meant 3. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, come all the way back up to stand, arms up. Exhale, lower the arms, mountain pose. Okay, pause here for a moment. Relax your arms down, root your feet into the ground. But even though we're rooting and grounding, I also want the crown of your head to rise. Shoulders back. Breathe in, check in, notice your mood, your energy, notice how you're feeling. You should start to feel a little warmth in the body. All right, I'm gonna get you back down to the ground. Inhale, bring your arms back up. Exhale, take a forward bend over your legs. Start to walk your hands out, or for you it might be your feet back. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank pose. That's like a push-up, one straight line, very strong. We're gonna take one big breath here. Inhale. And as we exhale, slowly lower yourself all the way to the ground. Okay, so my belly's on the floor, my legs are on the floor, tops of my feet are on the floor. We're gonna inhale and come on up. Now, I have an injury, so I cannot come up as high as I'm sure you guys can, but my elbows are bent to protect my back. You can straighten your arms. That's a cobra pose if that feels right. Just be sure to keep your ears far from your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, one more breath. And slowly lower down. Turn your head to one side. Maybe make a hand pillow here. When you're ready, we're gonna do a baby cobra. It's a little different. Legs and belly are still on the floor. No hands this time, so we're only using your upper chest, neck. We're lifting our heads up, no hands, 3 breaths. And instead of tweaking your neck and looking up like this, think of lengthening through the crown of your head. Last breath, inhale. As you exhale, lower your head down, turn it to the other side. Give your hips a little shake from side to side, just a gentle shake, like a little subtle rock from side to side. All right, when you're ready, this time, arms along our sides, forehead down to start. We're gonna inhale, lift everything up. So I'm lifting up my arms, my legs, and my head, not too high. Exhale, lower down, forehead to the ground. We'll move with the breath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. You don't have to lift high. Exhale, lower. We just have to lift. Breathe in. It's 1 inch, 2 inches. Exhale, lower. 2 more just like that. Breathe in. And out. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, bring your hands back in front, make another hand pillow, turn your head to the other side and give your hips a little shake from side to side, just a gentle rock. Take a few breaths here. And when you're ready, we're gonna bring our hands by our side ribs onto the mat or the floor. Breathe in and you're gonna push onto your knees. And then your choice, you might wanna widen your knees a bit or keep them together. Either way is fine, it's just how does your body feel. For me, this time I think I wanna widen them. And then take a child's pose. So arms can be out in front, they could be along your side, whatever feels better for you right now. They can be passive or they can be active. Just breathe. When you're ready, slowly start to walk your hands in towards your body. Let's swing our legs around and come into a butterfly pose. Don't worry, we're not going to sing the song. Bring the soles of your feet together. Breathe in, get tall. As you exhale, only come as far forward as you can keep your spine straight. So if we started to round, too far. And if this is how far you are today, great. That's the pose, right? There's no prize for coming down low, but we definitely don't want to round. But see if with every exhale, with every out breath, can you get a millimeter lower? Every millimeter counts. Breathe in and out. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale all the way. Breathe in and come on up. All right, got a little challenge for the teachers. You can take it, not take it. Let's do a boat pose. So, boat pose is any kind of balance on our bottoms. Our legs, we've got a lot of choices for them. We can support them, we could bend them. We can bend them and not support them. Maybe you're able to straighten them, reach your arms out. Maybe we're hugging in today and we're gonna be the teeniest, tiniest little compact boat. As long as our feet are off the ground, we're building core strength. So any of these variations, all I want you to do if your feet are out is show your neck to your feet. If your feet are in and you're holding like a little ball, nothing wrong with that. Just sit up nice and tall. Show your neck to me. Show your neck to me. Right? Any variation. We're gonna hold this for 3 breaths. And then lower the feet down. Stretch out your legs. Give them a little shake. Circle your ankles in each direction or point and flex. And then breathe and take your arms to the sky. Exhale. Take a forward bend over your legs. Doesn't matter where your hands go. There's no prize for touching your toes. We all have different flexibilities. Relax your head and neck. After your next exhale, full exhale out, slowly start to come back up. And from here, we're gonna bend our knees and we're gonna come lie down on our backs. Come over to the side a little bit. Knees up, feet on the floor. Arms along your sides. Push into your feet and lift up your hips for bridge pose. So neck is long. Once you have it set up, don't look at the screen, just keep it long, look up at the ceiling, and keep your hips lifted. So feet keep pushing into the ground. Breathe in and out. One more breath. And slowly lower down, hug your knees in towards your chest. We're gonna do that one more time. When you're ready, bring your feet back down to the ground. I'm gonna offer another option this time. So arms are along the sides to start. We're gonna push into our feet, lift up our hips. Maybe this time, maybe you interlace your fingers underneath your back, if that's available to you, and then scoot your shoulder blades closer together. Lengthen the neck again and keep your hips lifted. If this isn't available to you, arms along your side is perfect for bridge pose. 3 breaths here. Open your heart. Last breath. And if your fingers are interlaced, start to release your fingers as you exhale. If they're not interlaced, just slowly lower down. Hug your knees into your chest. Pause for a moment. Maybe give yourself a gentle rock from side to side or tiny little circles, teeny tiny little circles, whatever feels good on your low back. And then when you're ready, I'm gonna turn around so you can see it this way. We're gonna cross your right ankle over your left knee. And then we want to draw both legs in towards our chest here. You want to keep your low back on the ground. You should feel it in the back of the leg and the glute of the leg that's up front, closer to your body. And we'll pause here. Take a few breaths. Reminder, no thinking about that to-do list. Focusing on your breath. And all the places in your body that's feeling this stretch. After your next exhale, we'll switch sides, crossing the left ankle over the right knee, and then drawing both in towards your chest. And breathe. Noticing the difference from side to side here, how it feels. Notice your mood and your energy. Breathing in and out. One more breath. And then release. Okay, for your final relaxation, I am going to highly recommend legs up the wall. You need a wall space that really just the size of your body. And if you don't have that, we can also put our legs on a chair, a couch, a bed, something, any way that our feet are above our heart. But if you do have a wall space, the best way to get into it is to sit right next to the wall. And this way, as I start to lie down, my bottom is as close to the wall as it should be. Legs come up to the sky. Arms can cactus. They could be along our sides. It's nice to have palms up. This might not be comfortable to you. You can maybe cross your arms over your body like this. You can, of course, just let them rest. Legs. You might find pins and needles happen. That's totally normal. But if for any reason this is not comfortable, you can also butterfly your legs, or you can frog your legs, bringing the soles of your feet to the wall. If this is comfortable with legs up, but something feels funny under your back, like it's just not that comfortable or something feels awkward, taking a towel, a small pillow, something underneath your back, grab a little blanket, to just put right under your sacrum, that's the hard bone right over your bottom, should make all that, anything that was uncomfortable go away. So this is a nice pose to hold for 15 minutes. If you're able to spend 15 minutes in legs up the wall pose, it's your body's equivalent of a 2-hour nap. I said it, and it's true. So make yourself comfy in this pose. Again, if you don't have a wall, we can put our legs on a chair and have the same effect. I want you to pause here and breathe. So no electronics, no talking, just breathing and being. Close your eyes and let your whole body melt. Breathing in, find yourself comfortable, and best you can, try to find the blank movie screen of your brain. No outside thoughts. One might sneak in. Please don't judge it. Happens to all of us. Just maybe put it in a thought bubble. Send it up the river. Let your whole body melt. Relax the bottoms of your feet, the tops of your feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your calves, and your shins. Take a big, slow, deep breath in. Exhale it out. Relax your knees and the backs of your knees. And relax both legs. Relax your back. And your shoulders. Take another full deep breath into your belly. Exhale it out. Relax your elbows and the insides of your elbows. Relax your wrists, palms of your hands, the backs of your hands. Relax all of your fingers. Take another full breath in. Long, slow exhale out. Relax your neck. Maybe give your jaw a stretch. Notice how that feels.